Hey guys, this is Steph with Dotting with Dragons. If you're new here, welcome in, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for being here. I wanted to share with you guys some of the Amazon exclusive kits from summer 2025. One of them in particular, this one, is cut from an image that they released and retired pretty quickly not too long ago, called Sailing Away by Peggy. Now I will have the unboxing of the actual the full-size image of this one up later, but it'll be cool to kind of look through this and be able to compare and contrast how it is with the original image that it's cut from. I'm really excited that they brought it back because it's an absolutely stunning piece, and this smaller image in particular, I voted for this when it was in the voting rounds with Diamond Art Club. And the fact that they release a smaller image of it with just the ship and the waves in the sun is really cool. So I absolutely am in love with this piece. So I was so excited for this. Also, it is a much smaller kit and it's a square. A lot of the kits that they re-release or that they put on Amazon are actually in rounds. And you'll see that with these three. So we do have one Disney exclusive, and then we have these two that are just, these are not Disney. So I will begin with these three. So with the Disney one, we'll begin with this one. So they've been releasing a lot of Stitch kits, which is really fun if you're a Stitch fan, which obviously I am because I'm getting some Stitch stuff. So in these kits, this is fun. They have, ooh, okay. So they just kind of like shoved it all in here. It's not in a actual like box like you're used to with the larger kits. We have, this is how to register this kit with Diamond Art Club. I would definitely recommend you do that. It's pretty easy to do. You just follow the QR code and then you need your order number from Amazon or another craft store if you bought this somewhere else. You need your order number, the date that you ordered it, and the kit name, and it goes through pretty easily. And then that way, if anything happens, if you spill drills or there's something wrong with the canvas, you can call in that warranty. We did still get our little envelope in here. Oh, and there is a card. It's silver. I needed one more silver to get a custom diamond painting. That is so cool. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, so we got a silver card here. It's got the image on it and the name of the image and the size. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's so cool. I have not had any black cards, by the way. I still have never gotten one, but there's other ways to do that. And that, what I mean by getting a custom, you collect these cards. There's different levels of the card, and you collect different ones in different amounts, and you can earn additional rewards, like sometimes gift cards. Like there's a $200 gift card you can earn, or a custom diamond painting where you send them the image. If it's a artist, you're not making it yourself, then you do have to have permission from that artist to get that done. I've seen quite a few people in the Facebook group have earned their customs. A lot of people choose pictures and some choose art, so it's up to you. And some of them are actually really big, and some of them are smaller, and they're pretty flexible, I guess, on special drills and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. It's a secondary rewards program. This is linked to the Facebook group, another coupon if it's your first time purchasing on the app, tips and tricks, how to diamond paint, what should be in your kit, all that good stuff. So you notice that this was not included in here. Usually they are in the bigger kits, and that's because this envelope is smaller, being we have a smaller kit. So this is your sticker sheet. It's got the original image, it's got the start and end date, it's got the colors and the specials, and you open it up and we've got some more stickers here in the name. I use all these stickers in my logbook, including these. Now these are individual stickers that will come off, you can see. And there's room for 51 stickers here, but this kit only has 15, and it will list the specials at the newer kits will list the specials at the bottom of the color list. So here I see we have 1, 2, 3 colors that begin with the letter Z. That is a fairy dust color from Diamond Art Club. It's a sparkly drill that's got a little bit of fine mica on it, like a shimmer effect. It's really pretty. So this is cool. I'll have all of that. So yeah, so that's our kit. Now in terms of our kit contents, I'm only going to do this for this one because they're all pretty much the same. Inside here you get this is their upgraded toolkit, which all of them are coming with these days, unless you buy in a D-stash or a really old kit. You've got some extra baggies. You've got a upgraded tool pen. It's ergonomically shaped, and it's got a wax inside. It's called a twist and pick pen, so you twist this guy and eventually eventually the wax will come out the tip. Sometimes you gotta really like push it down in there. I don't typically use these, but if you're like me and don't tend to use these, you can unscrew it, or if you do like it and you need to refill, you just put the wax in this tip. This plunger here is what screws down, and eventually it will come out the tip. Maybe it's a little bit, maybe this wax in here is maybe a little bit dry. Usually it comes out like presto. And then we've got a thin four placer here, and this part is interchangeable. You can take this off and put it, a different size, because they do include a 7 placer as well. So these are interchangeable. See? So you can use a multi-placer if you've never used them before. It's kind of a fun way to be able to, try that out. So there's that. It does come with this really cool tray. This is some original wax. You just got to peel that back and use it. It is a little bit different. This pink wax is a little bit different than the clear stuff. This is the wax that they include in the pen. It's like a clear wax, and like I said, I have found the consistency to be a little bit different. I don't know if it's because this is dyed, this isn't, or if they're a different formula. I think at one point the company said that they are a different formula, so that would be why they are different. And then of course you've got your tray. This is a little stopper that comes out. It's got their branding on the side. These are really nice trays. I have known people who they have a whole tray tower just filled with these trays, and that's really cool. Obviously you got to collect them as you go or get them on a D-stash, but these are really nice to be included as your, it's a lot more than your typical boat. And I digress. So it's time for the canvas. Okay, so we've got our little dust bag cover in here. This canvas is called 8 Scoops. Oh, it's so cute. This is also from their line called Little Diamonds. Little Diamonds is like it's a really snacky type size kit. It's got all the features of the main canvas. You can even see there's perforation marks on the canvas. Canvas itself is really sticky. We've got our legend on the side. We've got our name of the kit right here, the Disney branding, all their Diamond Art Club socials. It is a poured glue canvas on a really nice tarpaulin material, so you can roll it back to help it lay a little bit flatter. Once you get drills down, it really helps with that if you continue to experience it. Now these are, like I said, this is a round drill kit. It's 9 by 12. It'll go pretty quickly. In terms of the drills, you've got Lil AMZ, so Little Diamonds, Amazon exclusive, name of the kit, and they just come in this little, oh my goodness, it's wrapped around so much because it's so little. So, oh nice, and immediately I am noticing these pinpricks on the bags. That is to help prevent static. So 3822. That's probably one of the background colors. Let's see. Yep, that's the background color. That's why you have so much of it. And again, 3823. So these are done. This brand, Diamond Art Club, does have the DMC on there. Yep, all these have pinpricks. Okay, we've got our first fairy dust color. You can sort of see this. Well, sort of. Well, I'm seeing a lot of the butts of the drills, but on the tops of the drills, there's like a very light mica coating. Mica coating. Here's another one. That is much easier to see on darker drills. Oh, and then there's our other special. Okay, so in a little baby bag of 310, and you can see they do these in order of weight. Okay, so that's just a little bit there. As far as where the specials are here, we've got the yellow spade symbol is our yellow special. So you're going to see that here. You're going to see that here. You're going to see it in the drips. So it's basically on the ice cream. I don't see it anywhere else. And then as far as our red fairy dust, that is the lowercase letter N. Oh, cool. We've got them. I love this effect of Stitch's ears, how it goes, this color change. So we have it here, and we have it here in the ice cream, and here in the ice cream. Again, that's pretty much all where we have it. And then we have a green fairy dust. This is the fun one, because this is here in the ice cream again, in the drips of the ice cream, but it's also on his belly and around his eyes. So that is 8 scoops from Disney, and then we'll go to the next one. Okay, so here we are with our next one. It's called Watercolor B by 7 Trees Design. This is a 9" by 9", so this one's going to be a little bit smaller than Stitchy. So let's open this up here. Again, because of the tiny little box, we do not get the inside box that kind of gives it structure. So we've got our toolkit once again, which we've already went through, and I won't go through that again, and then our Amazon reminder to definitely do that so you can get the warranty covered. And then we've got our pamphlet inside here. Oh, and we were lucky enough to get another Treasure Quest card. That is what these are called, by the way. They're called Treasure Quest cards. You're not guaranteed to get one in every kit, but pretty much every kit these days is coming with them. This is a bronze color, which is the most common card color to get, actually. And then again, we have all of our information in here. And then we have our pamphlet. So we've got our individual stickers. And let's see, this one has 37 colors. 1, 2, 3, so it's got 3 fairy dust colors and then 1 AB. And then here's our original artwork, the information about it, so you can put that in your logbook. So I'll just set that aside for now. Okay, so these little kits are really beginner friendly. They're fun to do. If you have a kid who's interested in doing diamond art, this would be a really fun one to do with them, these kinds of kits, because they're just little and they're pretty quick going. I can usually do one of these in like a couple sittings. So if I diamond paint for like a couple of hours, you know, I can get this done in like a day or two. Ooh, this is really cool. Okay, so this one has the perforations on it, but unlike Stitch, it doesn't have the gray lines that mark where those perforations are. The canvas, again, is really sticky. Nice legend on the side. Now, in terms of these stickers, some people will use these stickers to put on containers to label them. I will stick them right in my logbook and actually have the logbook page open as I work on the kit. But with this kit, with it being so small, it's very easy to see the legends. They have 2 legends. So it's very easy to see that, so I wouldn't worry about that. So what did I mean by perforated covers? Well, there's these lines here, and you can even see when I fold it over, it folds over really nice. And those lines, they allow you to actually rip pieces like this, see? And then you can rip them off and do them as you go. I really enjoy those. I know some people don't, but I do. Now the kit like this, that's so little, if it has air bubbles in it, I'll usually take one of these and just, it's very easy to work the air bubbles out. I've never had a kit issue where there were air bubbles and it didn't stick, but it's just sort of like a preference. It also, to me, helps it lay flat. So I like that. As far as our drills, again, we've got Diamond Art Club, AMZ, so that stands for Amazon exclusive. It's such a cute little kit. I love these. So, and especially I love watercolor, so anything that combines them is great. Alright, so this is probably that background color. Now this one I'm not seeing the little pinpricks in them, so, oh wait. Oh, it's on the back. See those little pricks there? So hopefully that'll help with static. I live in Florida where it's humid city, and you would think that I didn't have issues with static, but I have issues with static still. It looks like we have our first fairy dust color. It's a very beautiful shimmery yellow. Oh, our first AB. It's kind of an off-white color. So you can see ABs, they have a coating that's a little bit more sparkly and stands out. Round drills tend to have a lot of sparkle. I don't know what it is, it's just their shape. Ooh, yeah, see, you can see these drills kind of dance around a little bit in there. See that up there? That is static. Here's another fairy dust. And yeah, there's a little pinprick in there. So what I do is I will empty these out onto a dryer sheet as I kit up and then pour them back into my container, and that usually solves any static issues. Oh, that looks cool. It's our last fairy dust. And then we have some darker colors here. So you can kind of get an idea of the colors in this one. And then we've got just little baby amounts of these. Ooh, focus please. Okay. Just little baby amounts, but really pretty. Okay, as far as where the specials are going to go on this kit in particular, specials are a white X for the AB color. So that's going to be right here in the wing, in the eyes, in the wings here, in the wing there. Not a whole lot. And a little bit on the abdomen down here. So just a little bit here and there. And then we've got our yellow fairy dust, which is Z743. It's yellow and it's a triangle, or a diamond, sorry. And that's gonna be all of this like more medium yellow color here. It's not the tip, that's a little bit lighter. It's gonna be this medium color here. It's gonna be here. It's gonna be outlining this area. So that's gonna be that fairy dust. Then the more tan, beigey fairy dust, Z976, is going to be the up arrow. So where I'm seeing that, I'm actually seeing that right here in the watercolor design. So that's pretty cool. And then I do see it here, bridging the gap between the thorax and the abdomen, and then up here, and yeah, just up there, and then a little bit here. So they really are sprinkled throughout. And then the green one is an asterisk symbol, and that is like here and here and here and here. So that is Watercolor B and its specials from Diamond Art Club. Okay, so the last Amazon round kit that I want to show you is called Jewel Eyes Pure Jade, and you can see it's this image of a cat. Now to me, this kind of cat to me reminded me most of a Florida panther slash cougar slash mountain lion slash whatever you want to call it. And being that these are a endangered animal here in Florida that need protecting, I just thought this was a really cool, stunning kit. There we go. So again, we have our toolkit and our box and our little Amazon pamphlet here. We have our thank you for your purchase card. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, that card is really pretty. This is again another bronze, I think. Yep, this is a bronze. I really like how they do the images in these. T.S. Larking is the artist on this one, and this one's going to be a 9" by 9", so very small like the bee. I'm going to stick that back there. Then we have our information, not our information booklet, well, it's sort of our little, I forget what you call these things, the packets, where it has all the stickers on it. This one's got 43 colors. It's kind of cool if these little kits have all these colors, which means that it's going to end up being really pretty, because Diamond Art Club does a good job with their rendering not being unnecessarily confetti, which means tons of color in a little area unless it needs it. So as you can expect, a lot of earthy tones for this palette. We have 2 fairy dust and 2 ABs. So we'll see where those go on the canvas. Okay. Oh, cool. Ooh, this is really cool. That's stunning. Cool. Okay, so we have, wow, the legend goes almost as long as the actual image. Then we have all the same stuff, the branding, the look at this. Nice, so that'll lay flat. Also another way to get these to lay flat, besides, you know, squishing out the air bubbles and rolling it backwards, is just leave it out for a while and they'll flatten up. I find that when I'm working on the kit, it flattens out once you get the drills down. So here is our drills. Once again, we have the label on there, so that's pretty nice. So that way, if you keep them separate from the canvases, which I typically do, you can find it easier and match them up. Not every company does that. So, alrighty, so a lot of earthy tones as expected. So we have a little bit more 310 in this kit than the other ones we've shown so far. Lots of browns and beiges. Let's see, this, I do not see the pinprick in these. So that's maybe a little bit more static, but nothing that we can't deal with. Here's our first fairy dust color. It's a very pretty beige. Oh yeah, this AB. This is one of my favorite AB colors. It's sort of this mauve, and the color just stands out really nicely. Oh, and here's another AB, a dark red / brown. Cool. Okay, I'll show you the rest of these. Here's our next fairy dust. You can see it's a little bit easier to see that on these drills because they're a little bit darker. Okay, so as to where did the specials go? Oh, wait. What's this? Got a little baby train. Okay, so as far as where are the specials going on this kit, let's see. So we look at the bottom. AB 918 is a red spade, dark red spade. So I'm getting that red AB here, and I'm getting it here, and that's it. That's really it. And then the next AB is that sort of beigey AB color, and it's the lowercase a. So I'm seeing it in here, and I see it a little bit here in the offshoots of the whiskers, I guess, and a little bit here in between the whiskers, and a little bit here, and that's how I see it for that one. And then the fairy dust is a green up arrow. So just in the corner of the eyes here, around the rim of the eyes, and here, just a little bit down here, and I don't see it anywhere else. And then the other fairy dust is the lowercase e. It's sort of beigey, so a lot of these colors sort of blend into each other a little bit. So lowercase e. Okay, so I'm seeing it's a little bit lighter of a tan. I'm seeing it here underneath the eye, highlighting that, at least the right eye. Where else? Oh, a little bit here. I feel like it's got to be glaring somewhere, like somewhere big it is, and I'm just not finding it because I'm not the best at finding them. Which for me is part of the fun and the surprise, is when I'm doing a section and go, oh, I get to work with that, the special drill. That's cool, that's fun. I don't really see the lowercase e anywhere besides like in the eye over here. I don't even see it in this eye. If you guys have this kit, correct me if I'm wrong, where else is this drill? It's like in the right eye, and then it's a little bit sprinkled here. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's all this huge block, well, not huge block, but it's this big block right in here, and it's over here. Okay, so that makes more sense. I'm like, I know I must have been missing it. So that is Jewel Eyes Pure Jade by T.S. Larking and Diamond Art Club. And next we're gonna go to Sailing Away. Alrighty, so this is our fourth and final Diamond Art Club exclusive canvas. I'm gonna show you guys Sailing Away by Peggy Collins. So this box is a little bit more hefty than the others, and that's just because it's going to be a bigger kit. This has the more traditional pull-out box here. I'll just put that here for now. So we still have a small toolkit. There's different sizes of trays. The only difference is the tray, by the way. Always look in your box because sometimes the card used to be just loose in here. So again, we have our warranty information, how to take care of that. We have the thank you for your purchase is a little bent up because of the box, but whatever. So it looks like we have another bronze card. So that's really cool. Oh, and I didn't explain this earlier, but once you're ready to redeem the cards, and you can find out how to redeem them and what amounts you need for what prizes, then you're going to want to scratch off the back. Okay, so that's really cool. Another information pamphlet. So we've got Sailing Away, Peggy Collins, 62 colors. And here's our image. And this one is a square kit. So yeah, this one's a square kit, which I generally prefer squares because the gapping between rounds is like not my favorite thing. I used to have a kitty and the hair was insane, and I don't anymore, but still stuff gets stuck in between. So with my round drill kits, I seal them every time. Don't do that with all of my squares. Okay, so the absolutely stunning Sailing Away. Oh my god, you know what? This would make a really good kit for Pride next year because look at all these colors. Wow, let me just bring you up here. Stunning. And the drill field is really clear. I have seen some people with the larger version of canvas just bling this up, and it looked like a really cool idea, but it also was a little intimidating for me because I'm not used to enhancing canvases. I mean, I do a little bit here or there, but this would make a really good one to enhance or figure out how to enhance, just because the colors overall. This is insane. This is so cool. Originally, I was going to finish up the original version of this and frame it, but this is actually the perfect size. It's 13 inches by 18 inches, 32.9 centimeters by 45.6 centimeters. This would be a lot easier to find a frame that would fit this. In fact, I might already have a frame that would pretty much fit this with some matting. So that is really cool. In terms of the drills here, let's see. Oh, you know what I didn't do? didn't talk about specials on this. So what specials do we have? Okay, we've got 3 ABs and 3 fairy dust down here. So we'll look at that. And just look at that. I love watercolor. Actually, it's how I got my start in crafting and all that. And I haven't done it in a while, but I do love watercolor art. So this just evokes that for me. Also, anybody catching some Moana vibes here? That sail, I mean, I'm just saying. So we've got a little bit more normal of a, or what I'm used to in terms of the size of the drills. Diamond Art Club, AMZ, Amazon, blowing away. Okay, so I'm going to take you through these drills really quickly. I can't find the sticky part. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take you through these drills, and then I don't think I have the video up yet where I go through the original image this is from, but I'm going to get that up and I will link it in the comments or in the sidebar. Okay, so here we have, these are square drills. Okay, so I don't see any pinpricks in these. So square drills. Here's our first, woo, fairy dust. We've got 2 of these bags. That's really cool. It's a really light off-white color. That'll be really, really subtle, but really pretty. Ecru, these colors come from the DMC for floss colors, which is like a, I don't want to say thread, but it is like cross stitching, and I use that thread for all sorts of projects. So, but that's where these numbers come from. Ecru is just their way to denote that sort of off-white color. So it doesn't really have a number, it just is what it is. Okay, here's our first AB. It's this ooh, green chartreuse. That'll be really pretty. What I'm interested in is comparing, are the colors, are the specials in this kit in the same place as the specials in the original kit? That'll be interesting to see that. Maybe I might do a comparison between like the small kit and the larger kit. I love doing comparisons. If you guys are into that, leave a comment. I'm thinking I'm gonna do that. That would be really cool. Here's another fairy dust. Oh, it's a light blue. That's really pretty. That is picking up orange on the camera, but it's kind of a red. It's interesting. The lighting is a little funny. But you can see how vibrant these colors are. Here's our next AB. That's also one of my favorite ABs. It's very fun orange color. I have a feeling I know where those specials are going to end up. Here's another AB. I think this is our last one. The light blue. Very pretty. Sorry about my throat clearing. It's once again, allergy season. I don't think there's an ending and a beginning for allergy season in Florida, but it's the end of July, and here we are. It's like all the plants take turns. It's your turn. That's how it feels anyway. Okay, get those out of the way. Oh, and then we have these. Oh God, these colors, guys. And then here's another fairy dust, this sort of golden yellow. Oh my gosh, these colors. Like this would make a really cool pride canvas because of the rainbow effect of the colors. And it's summer, so it's like the perfect summer canvas. I love this. Anyways, I'm a big fan of this piece. So as far as our specials, we have a orange heart for our first AB. So let me move this box real quick. So orange heart for our AB. So I'm seeing it in here, and I'm seeing it a little bit in the sails, and a little bit here I'm seeing this. I'm seeing it here. So it's really just sort of dotted out, and then it's in the swirl. That is super cool. Okay, so our next AB is that green chartreuse. It's a uppercase V. Let's see. So, oh, I'm seeing it. Oh yeah, here, this, a little bit here, dotted here, here, surrounding this here. Wow, so they really sort of, it's not in here, they really sort of like explode it here and then bring it down a little bit less intensely. So I like that. That's very intentional, and it's coming out on the rays of the sun. And then the next AB is going to be the box with a circle in it. It's blue. So I would expect to see that. Let's see, that's an AB. I would expect to see that in the water probably, or even in the sky. Okay, so I see it here. See that little symbol right there? I see it there. Well, this is a lot of confetti. That's what makes details really cool. But what that means is your eyes are, it's like a double whammy on your eyes, because you can't really, it's harder to find pops of color or where it's going to be. Gosh, okay, so yeah, so I see it here. I see it here a little bit. So I guess it's definitely in the water just a little bit. Is it in the clouds? Oh, it's right here. It's this little, so it's really not, but then it's interesting because you'd expect it to see maybe up here somewhere. And maybe it is, and I'm just blind and not seeing it. Like I said before, I'm not the best at finding these. No, I don't see it there. Okay, so it's really just sort of in the water a little bit. And then we get to our fairy dusts. So we have, I don't know what you call that. The squiggle straight? I don't know. So we got a yellow squiggle straight. Where is that one? Ooh, nice. The yellow squiggle straight fairy dust is going to be here and here, here, a little bit here. It's like in these little areas in between what's going to be the white fairy dust. So it's up here, it's here, it's here, it's here. Oh, so that's really pretty. And it's even over here, and it's a little bit in the sails. So then our blue fairy dust is the letter K. It's an uppercase K, so I'm seeing it a little bit over here. I see it a lot up here in these lighter blue patches. And then, let's see, I'm seeing it in some of these, we call this line blocking, where it's a line, it's a whole line of the same color. So I'm seeing it there. Okay, so I'm seeing this a lot more in the water. Here, a little bit here. Yeah, it's interesting because the boat itself is blue along with the water. So that'll be a pretty cool effect. Sprinkled here, sprinkled here. Okay, so really that's going to be a little bit up in the sky and then mostly down in the water. And then this last fairy dust is this minus symbol or dash, whatever you want to call that. That is everywhere. So starting in the middle, it's all of this. It's in the clouds over here, it's in the clouds over here. It's the outlining of this halo kind of situation going on with the sun. And it's all the beams. That's all the beams. And then in the water, it's the crests of the wave here. And it's sprinkled here and here and here. So this is Sailing Away by Peggy Collins. And Amazon is releasing these exclusively, so I would head over there to see. They're pretty decent about restocking. If they run out, they do tend to restock those Amazon kits, and they're just a fun way to work on. Sometimes like this, it's a fun way to work on a larger image that they cut a smaller piece out of. They've done that with quite a few canvases. Actually, a couple others having been Peggy Collins, the same artist, if I can recall. But they do it a lot with certain artists and whatever artwork works best for that. So thank you for sticking with me on this video. Let me know if you like these kits, if you're picking them up, if you picked them up, if you have the original image of this, what do you think of it? I haven't done mine yet, but it's definitely in the queue to get done. soon. So yeah, thank you for being here with me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And if you like being here, if you could like the comment, if you could like the video, leave me a comment what your thoughts are. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.